Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just looking for, put everything in a spot where I make sure I can find it.
Water. That's how we from. That's good.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to show support for our beloved Dr. Tryon. My name is Catherine, and he started out as just my veterinarian, and then we started a horse rescue up in New River a few years ago, and he's been our primary veterinarian. He's been such an important part of our lives and community for over 30 years. Whether he was your veterinarian, your neighbor, or your friend, Bill always treated you with kindness and respect. There was never any doubt after meeting him what kind of man he was. A simple man that loved his family, passionate about his work, and was a man of God. Someone recently commented Bill is God's ambassador for how we should live our lives, and I think we can all agree. Not only were our animals better for knowing him, but we were as well. My first experience with Dr. Tryon was in 2011. I was searching for a new vet, and just about everyone I asked referred me to good old Doc Tryon. He was described as an old school country vet. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for in a veterinarian, but I called anyway. My gut was telling me, call this man, call this man. His first visit was your typical yearly horse exam. He handled my difficult horses with great care, and I could immediately see that they were comfortable with him. As he was working, I was picking his brain about horse care, and the next thing I knew, he was having me pull the bean out of my horse's sheath. And I remember thinking, is this guy nuts? I can't do that. And vets don't let you do that normally. That's when I realized he wasn't there to just care for my horses. He was there to teach me to care for them. That's what kind of amazing vet he was. Sometimes he'd show up before church in his dress clothes, or he'd be trying to explain how to give your horse an enema over the phone. No matter what, Bill was always there for your clients. And a lot of people have reached out to me about their experiences with Bill just always being there. And him and I had a lot of a relationship over the phone, and he would tell me, I'm not coming up there. You can do that yourself. Don't waste my time. You can do this. And he was always encouraging me and pushing me. I am a little bit of a spoiled brat before Bill because I expected the vet to come baby me all the time, and that ended 5 years ago with him. Over the next years, he cared for my herd, educated us, and helped me with all of our abused and neglected cases. Bill never questioned why I wanted to try so hard with some of them. He'd share his opinion, and when I'd ask, Dr. T, what would you do if it was your horse? Although we didn't always agree, he supported me, and I always knew with his guidance, odds would always be in the horse's favor. The difference between Dr. Tryon and most veterinarians I've worked with is that he really understood who he was and what he stood for. I always loved our conversations about religion, family, and life. His stories about his missions and college days always made me smile. Dr. Tryon's spiritual guidance always reminded me of how a father would talk to his daughter. And that's one of the things I will miss the most about him. Bill was out to our house June 10th on an emergency to treat an eye injury. As always, Dr. Tryon took care of everything, put me at ease, and again showed me how to correctly apply eye ointment, something I never seemed to get right in his eyes. As he was leaving, he said, that detective keeps calling me about Apache. And for those of you that don't know, there's a picture. Apache was a horse that I worked on rescuing for 2 years, and with the help of Dr. Tryon, I was able to win him on a court seizure. And it was a huge milestone for that horse. He spent 7 years actually tethered to a pole along 35th Avenue, 20 feet away. That's how he lived his life. So it was a major win for us, and Dr. Tryon was major in that. So They keep calling me about Patchy. I already wrote a letter and I'm done now. I'm not calling her anymore. I laughed and I said, don't worry, Dr. T. We won the court battle. It's done. It's over. He's ours. And I'll just tell her you're away on a mission. His response to me was, well, I'm always on a mission. So we justified that we weren't lying to the detective, and Dr. Tryon hopped in his truck. As they began to leave, I started eye ointments, and the truck suddenly stopped. Here comes Juan Pablo to help me once again do the ointment the Dr. Tryon way. I looked over and I waved to him. Little did I know that'd be the last time I'd ever have the pleasure of speaking to one of the most amazing men I know. Well, Dr. Tryon, you were right. You were always on a mission. And knowing your beliefs, I know your new mission is to watch over all of us and continue God's work. Even though nobody will ever fill your shoes and you'll be missed by so many, we all know you're looking down at us and smiling from heaven. Ironically, I just found out today that the last horse, Apache, that he helped me win and that he worked on is actually being adopted tomorrow. So I find it bittersweet that the day that we laid Dr. Tryon to rest, the horse that we thought we were going to lose is going to their new adopted home. So it's very bittersweet for me. I thank all of you for coming out here. I knew there'd be a lot of people, but you just never know. And I thank you. I thank you. So I'd love for people to share their stories, come up, speak of Dr. Tryon. If you're comfortable. And thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for all you do.
Well, the one thing